For millions and millions of Americans, the past few years have been extremely difficult. However, we're just a handful of days away from things getting even worse. Now, I want to read you some statements that some of the community members have left here on the channel, as well as sent emails. But I first want to say one thing, and that is that economists have been saying for the past few years that the food stamp program, SNAP benefits, this has been drastically reducing the amount of poverty here in the United States. The problem is, this food stamp program is about to end. Millions of people are about to lose the majority of their benefits. This is going to hurt millions of people. Now, let me read you some of the comments that some community members have left over the past few weeks. This is one that was left a couple weeks ago. This person says, and I quote, "We are all going through these tough times, and I feel for everybody that is losing their benefits. My family went from getting just under $800 a month to now getting $230 a month. I will forever be grateful for the enhanced benefits and this community. The one thing that I'm taking away from the past month of benefits is that I've been able to save a little bit. Just like Adam said, save what you can and roll them over into the next month." I've said this before, and I've said this for the past few months, is if you can save a little bit of money, let's say you get $500 a month. If you can only spend $400 a month, and you were able to do that over the past 3 to 4 months, you would have an additional $300 to possibly $400 extra sitting on your EBT card that you could use in tough times. Now, this is why I brought this up. We knew at some point these EBT benefits were going to go away. You were not going to get the maximum amount. You wouldn't get that additional $95 boost, right? We knew some states were not going to get approved for the school year pandemic EBT program. We knew that, right? Or even summer EBT. We knew that. And so this is why I told you guys to be prepared. But this isn't the only person that let their feelings be heard. One other community member said this: "I can't take it anymore. Why are other countries getting benefits that we can't even get here in the States? Can somebody tell me how this makes sense or is even fair?" And I just want to address this. How does this make sense? It doesn't. Why would other countries get benefits that we don't even get here in the United States? It makes no sense. But that's the way it is. The United States isn't about being fair. That's not the way it works. We're not always fair, and it's always been the case. So, for it to just be fair now, I think it is very unrealistic. We even heard from Jasmine Reynoso. She sent me an email. She had this to say. She says, and I quote, "This is a complete mess. Congress allowed unemployment to slowly run out. Why can't they do the same thing with SNAP benefits? Either way, I'm glad that I prepared for this moment for the past 2 months. My family has been living off ramen noodles, rice and beans, and eggs when we can get them on sale. We eat the minimum, but it saves us money, and we are all very happy and healthy." Well, that's good news there. Here's one thing I can say. So to address this question, it says Congress allowed unemployment to slowly run out. And if you remember, and I don't know the exact figures, but I'm pretty sure the enhanced unemployment benefits, right? Because you got unemployment benefits. Then in the beginning of the whole pandemic, you got an additional $600 per week. Well, guess what? Congress allowed that to happen. That went on for many months. So you got an additional $600 per week for months. That was great, right? But then Congress decided, let's get rid of that. No more $600. But you know what happened? Then it went to, what was it, $400 a month, right? And then it went down from there. Was it like 200 or whatever? Then it finally just completely went away. So that was actually pretty big. By stepping down and reducing the benefit each month or over a few months, what happened was less and less people would feel the true impact, the big brunt of it, because you slowly or gradually reduced your benefit. That seems like that's what Jasmine Reynoso's asking for here. Like, why couldn't Congress do the same thing? Well, the issue that Congress has now is we're up against the debt ceiling. That's the problem. And again, keep this in mind. SNAP benefits is 100% paid for by the U.S. government. We're not pulling money from taxes. It's paid for by the U.S. government. So any money that goes into SNAP is pulled from the government budget every single year. Now, one thing I just want to say, you're not alone. Nobody's alone in this situation. I find it difficult to talk about, mainly because I know a lot of people that are feeling the impacts. I get messages all the time. And you may feel like everything's collapsing around you, and it quite possibly might be. But at the same time, understand everybody's going through the same situation. If you are getting SNAP benefits and your cousin gets SNAP benefits, or your parents or whoever, right? The issue is they're all going through the same thing. So it's very difficult in times like this that we can go and reach out to other families and friends and try to get them to help us as well, because they could quite as well be in the same situation. Now, if anybody's on SNAP benefits, then just understand your benefits are going to be reduced. There's nothing that's going to stop it. Okay? I bring this up because a lot of people have been messaging me asking, is there anything that they can do? And the answer is yes. You can do stuff to make sure your benefits go further. But as far as increasing your benefits, there's not a lot that you can do. Now, yeah, you can show that your rent has increased, your income has decreased. There's things that you can do to try to improve and increase your benefit amount. But the easiest thing to do, probably the quickest one, is just to simply save more money. That means if you can use coupons. If you can buy from a discount store, buy from a discount store. I remember talking to somebody a while back that they kept on shopping at like Target or something, or some grocery store. I think it was Target, but anyway, they shopped at a grocery store that pretty much had no sales ever on grocery products. That was the store that they always shopped at because it was the closest one to their house. It was about 2 minutes away. Well, about 4 to 5 minutes away, so a little more than double, which I think 4 to 5 minutes in a car is still pretty short. 4 to 5 minutes away, there was a discount store, okay? And I believe it was very similar to like grocery outlet, but there was a discount store. They just didn't want to go there because they didn't want to drive further. It was a waste of their time when there was a store right there. Now, I can tell you this, somebody that values time more than anything. I can tell you one thing. I would drive, if I didn't have money, okay, and again, all my life, I didn't have a bunch of money. So if I had to drive an additional 5, 10, 15 minutes to save 30, 40, 50 bucks, I would do that. And so that's one of the things that you need to consider is your time more valuable, or is your money more valuable? And for most people in this current economic climate that we're in, money is the most valuable thing. Okay? But just keep in mind, things are going to get difficult. As they do, more and more people are going to come out of the woodworks, are going to try to scam you out of your benefits, try to take what you have, try to sell you on something that isn't worth it. There's no value to it. Just keep that in mind. This is where scammers come out. This is where people try to trick you. So again, don't fall for any mistakes. Don't give up your bank account information. Don't do any of that stuff. Make sure you're going to reputable stores, buying the items that you truly need and will eat, and do it that way. All right? So that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have anything to add as far as just a statement, as far as maybe what your SNAP benefits were and what they are now, and how you are going to overcome this huge decrease, let me know down in the comment section below. But again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.